Well, greetings, friends and family of COS. My name is Tim Stombaugh. I'm one of about 25 or 30 people involved with the technology ministry here at Church of the Savior. Most of you are well aware that we have a simulcast video that we do during the second service on Sunday morning, and that we also have a product on the web that goes up every week with our worship and our sermons. But most people aren't aware of how that gets done and how that gets put together. Well, I'm actually sitting in the central headquarters, or the brains area, if you will, of where all this takes place. We call this our control room officially. Sometimes it's been known as the conning tower, and we also refer to it as the furnace room because we literally share this room with a furnace. So it's a furnace room that's been cleared out, and we've put all this equipment in here to kind of allow us to be able to put this video product together and to do this. To give you an idea of some of the equipment and the basic principles of what happens here, the big board over my shoulder that you see behind me with all the knobs on it, that's our audio mixing board. So that's where all of the audio signals, the vocals and the instruments and everything come in there. We mix them and put them together in a way that hopefully sounds good in the simulcast room and on the web product, on the web display. The smaller board that you see to my left is what we call our video switcher, and this is a similar type of board to the audio board, but it takes all of the video sources that we have available, brings them in, and allows us to choose from one or the other and how we put them together and what we're going to project downstairs and what goes to our output. We actually have 3 different cameras that we feed into this thing on a weekly basis. The one camera most everybody sees in the back of the sanctuary on a big tripod, that's an operated camera with a person down there to maneuver that camera the way we need it to be. We have a second camera that's actually right above the entrance doors, the rear entrance doors to the sanctuary. Most people don't notice that there. That one is a robotically controlled. We actually control it from the switcher board up here, so we can move that camera around and zoom in and out, and that gives us a second perspective, a second shot. The third camera is a stationary camera that we'll put and kind of hide on stage places to give us some close-up images. So you'll see a shot over the drummer's shoulders, for instance, or a close-up of the keyboard or another instrument, just to kind of add some artistic flair and a little bit of interest and some to the different shots to make the video a little bit more pleasing, a little bit more fun to put out there. So also in this room we have a computer that is responsible for the recording the signals and putting the lyrics overlay on for the worship part of the video. Each week we have 6 people that work on the technology team for the simulcast video. Downstairs we have a camera operator who operates the camera in the sanctuary. We also have a person in the simulcast room who makes sure all the projectors are working well and everything is working as it should down there. We actually jam 4 more people then in this little room. It's 7 foot by 12 foot. We have in the backs a operator for the audio board who takes care of all those audio signals and gets them mixed the way they need to be. We have a second person on the lyrics computer who makes sure the recordings happen the way they need to be and to operate the lyrics in a timely manner during worship. A third person operates the switcher, and they're called the technical director, and they make sure all the buttons get pushed and the signals get in the way they need to be. The fourth person in here is called the director, and their responsibility is to make sure that everything happens the way it should. So they call the shots. They need to understand where the service is going, what's going to be happening next, to try to anticipate where the camera shots need to be, so that the video flows well, people understand what's going on, they're not distracted, and they can really flow with the worship. So that is just kind of a quick overview of the technology of the room, of some of the things that we do up here. I hope you find this interesting and have a little better appreciation for what we put together at COS and the people that we're reaching with this media method.